I wasn't muted. What are you talking about? I'm also totally not eating breakfast right now. What are you talking about? How's everybody doing? Hi, Baymax. Hi, Mr. Flushed. Are fun things happening in here? You went, oh, I was muted. I'm not robot, am I? Everything is working something resembling fine. Okay. So, today, we are going to be putting together the math library again. I spent the past couple days trying to get the system ported to Windows and less powerful versions of Linux. I succeeded with the less powerful versions of Linux part, but I failed with the Windows part. So we're gonna do two things. The first observation is that compile times for the library are unreasonably long. C++20 added modules, and one of their big selling points is they're supposed to reduce compile times. I have not done anything with C++ modules before, so this can only go well. The other observation is that on Windows, the linalg reference implementation kept failing. And then thinking about it, we were only using std_linalg for the mapmul function. So what we're gonna do is we're going to write a mapmul ourselves. And we're going to use std_linalg if it's available, and we're gonna fall back to writing a mapmul ourselves since that's the one function we used, instead of including the whole reference library, which has all sorts of dependencies and was making things kind of awful. And yeah, I think life will just be easier if we write it ourselves. So we're gonna be going through rewriting. Well, first off, I'm going to be learning how to write modules. As you can see, I was doing some research. It sounds like the thing that's not supported across the board is, let's write a vector.cppm. So in as of C++23, we can include std, include stud. No, not include. We can import stud. And that doesn't work. CMake doesn't know how to make that work. So we're going to add the flags manually. Let's ask chat if it can figure that out. Please write me a CMake function to add the compile flags for C++23 import std. But first order of business, we need the MD span library. So we'll grab that. We also need our partials folder. And we're going to delete everything in here that's not the generator scripts. AI, using AI to learn to make AI. Let's go. So the way the math library works is we have a couple of generators to generate a bunch of annoying stuff like constructors for every combination of other vector that can go in, and we generate a whole swizzle library so that we can do stuff like vec3.xy or xz. So we have a whole swizzle implementation. Okay. What does chat have to say? Elemental module. GCC import std. So we need modules TS. So GCC 15 supports it. And hopefully they don't want like an actual path there. So I'm gonna add folder CMake. Modules.cmake. And we should probably just do hello world to start. Will require, I'm not gonna add C++23 because I'm going to outside be asking for C++26. And for GCC, we need 15. So we're just gonna do F modules. Okay, so now we're going to do hello.cpp. And we're gonna do CMake lists.text. I'm going to do CMake minimum required version, I believe is 3.30. One thing I found while making cross-platform app is that Windows literally does not have native C compiler. Like they made a container special Linux just so that it compiles C for Windows. MSV, I've had success with targeting like C23 and C11 with MSVC. Actually, that's a lie. I've had success targeting C11 with MSVC. I believe the big problem is that they skipped 98, and 98 is the version that everyone targets. Object. Stud math CXX. We might want to add some stuff above that. We'll yes. Cause we want some module. There should be. No. But we need C++ standard to be 26. Hello, stagnant water. How are you? Hey ho. It's in the title that it's early. Yesterday I was hellish, so I wound up passing out, so I wound up waking up early. So we're gonna add executable. Hello.cpp. And hello.cpp is going to import standard int main. Since we're doing this, we should be able to go stud print line. Hello world. And we want this one, yeah. And let's see how CMake likes this. No such module. Let's go cd build ninja-v. What is our flag? 26. Oh, perhaps calling the function I wrote would be helpful. Include CMake modules. C++ 20 modules. C++ 20 modules .CMake. And we're going to enable import std on hello. Cannot specify -o. What are we doing? Do we need to call this? Hello? Hugwin? Oh, how far off am I? How are you doing this morning? You're good? Well, that's good. What distro is this? This, if I can actually click, should answer all of your possible questions. I do use Arch. Everyone cool uses Arch. Don't tell anyone who doesn't use Arch that. Okay. What is F search include path actually. Cause it's the one I'm aware of. And it doesn't really matter. It's a classic. Has an F module header. Just specify looking at headers to compile to header units. Unusual include paths. As module stud, well, I proposed to leave in the include path, but this behavior doesn't seem necessarily connected to modules, so I'm proposing a general C++ option to specify the behavior. Looking at the include path for the input file specified on the command line. Okay. So I don't want this. I just want F and search include paths. CMake's gonna be a pain about this, aren't they? So I'm willing to bet that if I just write bits stud cc, not gonna find it. Manual install or arch install? Arch install. I'm not a masochist. Don't tell my mods I said that. They'd start screaming that I am. Is there a way to specify extra files? To build that don't exist. GCCF search include path with CMake. What? I don't know why Arch install is so hated. It's just all the steps on the wiki just automized. Neat. Cause Arch users are a bunch of elitists, and Arch install deletes their elitist status, you know? So we can do a configure file. We might be able to use CMake to find the path 2 bits stud.cc. Let's do that angle instead. Write me CMake code to find the path to bits stud.cc. So over here, we can do this, and we can go target sources for our target should include the CC path. Error? What is popping out? So message. What pops out of this? Okay. And then what pops out of the regex? I look like the personification of that arch. Nice. Because earlier they had to go through the pain of installing it manually and a very high regard and knowledge if someone is able to install Arch, and now it's not that level of hardness now. Doesn't mean that just because that's the reason doesn't mean that like the gatekeeping's okay. Hi battery, hi. Which makes them feel like their throne is being displaced. Well, I mean their throne is being displaced. It's not like a feeling, it's a fact. Message includes equals. What does includes equals? Using built-in specs. GCC list all include paths. So Doxy, I started school. Possibly. Invokes preprocessor mode for C code. So CMake C++ compiler command C++. What does this give me? Okay, so that's correct. And then we're gonna do... Oh, this is raw equals. Then we're gonna do includes equals inside the string. Includes equals. Why was yesterday... Was yesterday your first day of class? Did your Valentine confess her undying love to you? Did you catch on fire? Okay, so these don't seem like reasonable include paths. Huh. Okay. But we still can't find bits/stud.cc. If we run this manually, so we have hello. It worked. What did that make? Did that make anything interesting? GCM.cache. Stud.gcm. Oh, so I can add a custom command for that. So let's delete GCM.cache. And let's run GCC without the hello. This should just make the GCM cache. Yes. No. If we add -c, that fix anything? Yes. Does that still make the cache? Yes. It was your birthday? Oh, I think I remember that. Now that you say that, I think you remembered. I want to ask, what database management system should be used if I want to make a very large-scale school system? And so it will include all... probably... I don't know, that's not my area of expertise, but probably Postgres or MariaDB. Since those are the ones I'm aware that everyone uses. Happy birth yesterday, Battery. Also, hi, Hotman. You can just use AI. I don't know. Am I just an AI generating character? You tell me. I love the come in with you can just use AI. That's pretty good. The CMake custom command. CMake custom command. Add custom. Oh, it's add custom command. Add custom command. The output is going to be $CMake binary dir slash GCM.cache slash stud.gcm. And then the command is going to be CMake CXX compiler. And this stuff. Did I get the cache file? So then none of this is necessary. Now, how do we use that cache file? Oh, there should... is there... So command... Is there a working directory? Working directory needs to be CMake binary. And I think we want a current in front of those. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just slide it into build. How do I depend on that file? Can I? Okay. Interesting question now. Can I... in here, so we have modules, and we're gonna go hello.cpp, and it's gonna succeed? Oh, well. It's gonna fail. Oh. So we want this to be against GNU C++ 26. No, I think just G++ 26 is fine. 26. And let's build the cache with 26. Is it really AI generated, the voice and everything? Oh, she's using KDE Plasma? It is. If you want a full AI generated VTuber, go watch Neuro Yee. What is your question, Battery? And we need the dash sing. And now if we do the hello, it'll use the cache. Yes. Oh, that's bad. So we also need to link against stud.o. Shoot. No? Okay, so I think we're back to finding the... Your character looks... Rudiger Arrow? I don't know what that means. This channel just popped up on your feed? Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. As I suffer. I guess if you enjoy watching poor anime I suffer, this is the perfect channel for you. Let's try again. CMake find. Ooh. Manually building. GCC 15. With the data for stud. This O fast was not working. What? So it seems that this cache file... Okay, but... Now I can't build without it. Dash 03. So yeah, we have all these undefined references. So hello.cpp. Then we build the cache. Now we shouldn't need that anymore, but it fails. I don't know how to explain it. Is the Windows 7 UI style? I mean, I won't stop you, Mr. Hugan. You tell me a database management system I should use for a B2B school system. It will include feedback system, video, and all other school-related stuff. I don't know what the B2B part means. And the video part means that I have no idea. Yeah, the video part means I have no idea. Shouldn't this... Let's include this. We run it through sad. Huh. Let's see what this makes us. So GCC unknown command bash. Okay. Sure. we have the system includers. Sure. Stud module sourcer. Message. $sign add stud module source store. Cool. And then you can go target sources for target is stud module sourcer. Target source is called invalid arguments. Probably they probably wanna public in here. There we go. Actually, no. We don't want to add that like this. We want to add this as a module map. Actually, no. Yeah, no. No, we don't want to do this. We want to have a file out here called standard. Go to the cache. Called standard.cppm. And we want to target compile definitions. Target private -d stud math module sourcer equals module sourcer /bit/stud.cc cc source path, and instead we want to include in module stud. And we want to include stud.cppm. Oh, we don't need any of that. We can just include source. Module controlling cannot be in an included file. Okay, good talk. But we have this path. You like the music better this stream? Noted. So we have this file set. And we'll do target sources for target. Our public file set stud module. And we're going to link in this. Not find. That's fine. Oh, I believe we can go base. How do I? Let's look up CMake target sources. File set. Basters go before files. Basters. And the baster is bits. And the file is stud.cc. Did I do basters wrong? Okay, so we'll do basters, we'll do files. Should we do the whole path to it? Okay. Okay. Let's go. Do I use space hay? No? What is space hay? You asking about my prompt? I use Starship. The social media that replicates MySpace. The music really enhances the taste? What the hell does that mean, Baymax? Okay. Let's delete build. Let's add the get ignore. So dot get ignore dot cache build star. Oh, we do have the GCM. Cool. And if we change this, it should be like really fast to recompile and run. Nice. So let's commit the git ignore, the CMake below, and that to the initial comment. CMake, enable CMake, C++ 20 modules. How to use modules, CMake. This is not the newer one that I found. There's like CXX modules.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Import CMake. The experiment is over.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
They aren't saying that I have to add any flags.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I believe they said CMake import stud. What is this song's name? Can I see the description? I have no idea. Sorry. Kitware has a blog post about it. That's the one I was thinking of. So, function configure import stud end function configure input stud. So for the other two, we'll try CXX module stud 1. And then in here, we'll move the include up. And we will configure input stud. But that is... if we're using GCC, if we're using MSVC or we're using Flang, we already globally asked for 26. I think we can go or. Cool. And then in here, I want the if cling, we do nothing. Else if this is such bad. Actually, we should have if MSVC do nothing, if GCC do nothing, else not recognized for module support. Oh, there should be an else if there. Hashtag do nothing. Hashtag do nothing. Now you have a new mission, find that song. Also, you won't be... What? There won't be as many anymore, cause school. We're not gonna be doing them daily. Okay, so let's delete the build folder now. And I want to see what happens if we compile with Clang. Okay, I want to see what happens if we compile with Clang, having not done these tweaks. Message Clang. You're glad that we're all gonna be working hard? Yang. So we're not detecting Clang. What is message the CMake compiler ID? Clang, all caps. No. Yeah? Enabling Clang modules. Busted module. Why do we have two options? Oh boy. Enable MSVC. We're gonna have to test that. It's gonna cause me all sorts of headaches, I'm sure. Enabling GCC. I love everything. And what's the other one? CXX module stood 1. So we'll not do that globally. We'll do that only in the things that we turn on. So for both of these, that's set target properties, target properties, CXX module stud1. But it was not provided by the toolchain. Okay. Playing import stud. Um, so first the module header needs to be precompiled. So ideally, if I can just find this file, CMake should be able to do the rest, I hope? I pray. So let's try the same trick. Playing. Seems to work. Playing version is 21. So we might be able to just do the same thing. It actually was. It was not in that list. Shoot. We have the data. Okay. To do this is not cross-platform. So first off, we need to build it. Do we? Actually can, so instead of trick, can I just add this file? Stud.cppm, and will it figure it out? We should add library. So if not target stud module helper, add library stud module helper, and we're gonna do this. Have this target stud module helper. And if target CMake check if target exists. Do I teach from Monday to Friday? No, I only teach Mondays and Wednesdays this semester. Oh, does target need to be capitalized? Does not work? It appears to. But I also have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we need to go target compile options. These. Dash precompile. And this needs to be stud module helper and private. And then we're going to go target link libraries. Target stud module helper. Config file not found. Thanks, Clang. Yep, this is my last semester of classes. I'm excited. I'm taking an augmented reality class, and it seems like it's gonna be really cool. How old is this? Playing 18, it's a year old. Oh. Running this one file. Huh. Interesting. Yoink. Oh. Do I need the compat? Is that the part I was missing? So else if we do the same thing again, and we're gonna go should we grab it? Would fetch content download. We'll execute process to find the path. We'll fetch content download. And we're going to download system module sourcer / bits. And then stud sourcer / stud.csx. And then we link library stud. Stud modules. libcxx build. So libcxx, so we're gonna set this as a temporary to user share. Lib C++ v1 set playing module path cache. And we'll set it to this so it's in the cache so that it can be tweaked. What's the syntax of set? CMake set. Cache variable type string value. Set cache type string value. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Modified from this. Close, reopen.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
No download info given? Huh.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
What was the path? Modules /C++/V1. Where would CXX build be? CMake. What do I plan on doing after I get my PhD? I'm gonna continue to teach. Assuming nothing goes wrong. Also, I will be right back. Oh well. AI back. And I guess, battery, technically what I said about myself is a lie. Because my title is not professor. My title is instructor. But the distinction is that I don't have a PhD yet. So... I do research, I even mentor a master's student. So I guess maybe the more accurate thing would be to say professor in training. Back so soon, yibbling? I don't want to do that there. I want to do that here. I don't have a module file. I don't think. So to get rid of the system.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I don't know why we're doing this fetch content stuff. Let's just do add library stud, and then we're going to link in CMake module path / stud dot cppm. That means its module path needs to be base, and we can link that. Okay. And let's not do this. Let's just do this. Shift home, paste. And then we don't need the fetch content step. Then we can just add the slash bits back onto here. And then we have this. Must be in one of the base directories. Let's delete build. Build cache. Playing module path, file path. Let's make that a file path type. File path. Equals this. Huh. I'm so glad the clang is working. What did Clang say? Should I be pulling from this folder instead? Clang 21. Share, no. Lib. No. Local include, user include. Lib. Was it C++? No. User share lib C++. User share lib C++ v1. Oh! Sure, nothing can go wrong changing the system libraries. Okay, so there's no underscore include file for you. Underscore config. Now there is. Congratulations. Underscore config. And also, if I check here, No, there's not. Underscore config, I don't believe. No. Why can't you find underscore config? Let's delete build. Does the GCC work? GCC works. A paper doesn't mean much? What? What? Stunning. I want this one. I want none of that. Okay. So hello works. So now let's import stud math. So we're going to go add library stud math. And we're going to add the sources. We fortunately don't need worry too much about the base there, I don't think. We can just go vector.cppm. So module global, and we're going to import stud and then module stud math, export module stud math. Am I really gonna have to set the baster? Okay. Guess we're gonna have to set the baster. To being CMake current sourcer. What do you mean no sources given? Oh. I know what you mean, no sources. Oh. And now we should need to target link libraries. Hello. Public vector.cppm. Import stud math. Struct vector. Export namespace stud math. Struct vector. And so now we should be able to go stud math vector. I. We also probably want import stud. Module. No. It is file stat stud math. How the hell do we fix this? CMake file sets. Target sources. Oh, maybe this being what is public? File set stud math type. So do I need a stud math.cppm? And then vector.cpp. So stud math.cppm and then vector.cpp. Oh boy. What do we have over here? We have provides the student math module. File set student math vector. Oh, so what they're saying is that I need this to be in here. Multiple rules generate stud math. CMake module example. CMake C++20 module example. two files in the same module example. Oh, so what we do is that we don't export the module here. And then that probably means that since it's not exporting, it goes over here. Well, and perhaps linking stud math might actually solve my problems. Export may only occur after a module interface declaration. So I have to go like export namespace struct good math. Well, hello, it's a viewer bot. How are you doing today, Mr. Viewer Bot? Let's go ahead and ban you, Mr. Viewer Bot. Okay, next question. Can we put dots in these names? We can. And do you reckon I should study a computer subject in university, like game design or computer science? Aren't you interested in, like, the mechanical engineering stuff, though? So using stud math vector? So we just say that it exists, so struct vector. And then we implement it. No, because it has incomplete type. How do I split a module over multiple files? CMake C++ 20 module. Actually, ask the robot. Using CMake, how can I split a C++ 20 module over multiple... Well, I guess what I can do... So we can export studmath.vector, and then we can import stud.math.vector. Do it the other way. So we export stud math. Copy that. Then we import stud.math.vector. Dot vector export. And then this becomes a .cppm and goes into the list. If I want vector, I have to import stu.math.vector. Stud.math vector. Dot vector. Let's delete the build. Did I spell anything wrong? Stud math vector. I have zero idea. I did mechanical tech because it was mandatory, though I do like it a lot because my crafting abilities suck. Maybe I'm gonna do computer science self-taught forever and maybe study something like biology. What do you want to do when you grow up? Oh. Huh. Perhaps the export keyword might be important. And then if we do this, and we do this, and we do this, to do what I want. Oh my gosh. No. Do this, and we do this. Does it do what I want? No. Oh, but now I have the CMake broken. Okay, so I cannot have a wrapper. Good to know. But designing it like this, I think is fine. We can go math, and we can move vector into math, and we can go math/vector. But now we have to import math.vector. You have zero idea what you want to be? Well, then I have zero idea what to recommend. Okay. So we're gonna go file, new folder, util. And util is going to bring in these two files. Have steadfast util. Let's open up STL because in SIMD emulation up at the top here, instead of including that, let's include this. Yo! Hello, Dees. How are you doing? Yo! It's Alohan. How are you doing? I'm suffering, just like usual. No, in vector, we can include util /simd emulation.hpp, and we can include util /operators.hpp. You're great? That's cool. I'm good. I'm suffering. Battery, be nice. That's the one you redact. You work as a professional software engineer at a California bank? Wow. No, he said that he's great. Okay. So that's not broken anything. So can we just import vector wholesale? Let's go do Python constructor gen Python swizzle gen. And can we just include all of this? We're not going to export the namespace anymore. Instead, we're going to export vector swizzle 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 swizz vector. I'm going to assume that I should export these. Oh boy. I don't know where I'm supposed to put the export. Ay, ay, ay. export, export, export. Now we'll export all the functions. I guess we do. Do I have these set up? I do need back partial. Math, partial. Back dot operator, desktop partial. I think we're gonna get rid of swizzle operators. What we're gonna do is every place we have swizzle operators, I'm just gonna replace it with this. And like that. You're here because I'm trying to learn math. Because even though I work as a software engineer, I do have a huge skill issue. Am I using Linux? What OS am I using? This should probably be the fastest way to answer that question. What do you think, battery? Should we... Sad? What's with the sad? Or the... What is... Oh, is that about sad? That looks sad. Should we set up like an FAQ battery? And so when someone asks like what OS, you can be like FAQ OS. Unexpected qualified ID. Does that mean that the export should be before the template? Yes. Good to know. Export. Export. Your internet was lagging? Oh no. I heard that you're a college teacher. Never went to high school? It doesn't seem to be hurting you too bad. Based on what little information AI has. Export. Ask my directions to learn high school math. Khan Academy. That's my really easy low level answer is go through Khan Academy. And start earlier than you think. Start, because they go like kindergarten all the way up. Start at kindergarten. Because you might have other random holes that you've forgotten or something. So just learn kindergarten math. Like, getting up to wherever you are will probably take you a month or two. And then you'll actually slow down once you get to the level you're at, and you'll start learning. But that way, if there's some lesser knowledge that you forgot or never learned for some reason, it's like maybe you're bad at fractions or something. That's the common one. You'll learn that. You can't do it on paper, but you can do it in your head. AI is now baffled. I am unsure how to react to this. Declaration of partial specialization and unbraced export declaration. Huh. So I don't need to export the partial specializations? Will the partial specializations be available? That's 64. Let's do float.cppm. Actually, let's do types.cppm. So we're going to export module stud math types. So we're going to module up here, and we're going to include C type. C standard int, and we're going to include standard float. So we're gonna go U32. Actually, namespace stud math export using U32 equals uint32 underscore team. Expected templates. Math types. And trim. We're gonna export using byte equals stud byte. I32. We're gonna do F32 and F64. And there's a feature macro, C++ stud float 32. So we can go hashtag ifdef, hashtag endif, export, and let's get rid of these. Let's take all of this back one. Export using F32 equals stud float 32 underscore T. And now we have 1616, 3232, 64, 64. don't think we care about 128 at the moment. BF16. BF16. And we're gonna have two, so we're gonna go else export using F32 equals floats and export using F64 equals double. And we're gonna export real underscore using real underscore t. We should have a bool probably. Export bool. Export using bool 32 equals u32. Export using real t equals f32. And now over here in vector, we can import standard, import types.cpp stud.math.types. And now we should have down here we can replace this with F64. And we can replace this with F32. Most people suck at mental math with times and divide. I should have followed it when I received it. That's also true. People mostly just use calculators. So what are we exposing? What's exposing what? Boy. Oh boy. How the hell do I fix this? How the hell do I fix this? Include. It's not here. 15.2 fixed. It's not here. So user local. Include nothing. User include. I'm looking for bits. And I'm looking for stud.cc. Stud. Stud.cc. And slash. Let's search for stud.cc. Open path. You should probably also throw in compat.cc. Compat.cc. But the reason I wanted this is because I'm assuming Spear and SIMD. Yeah, there's no SIMD. I'm guessing not in compat either. I'm guessing there's no experimental. What is vector.tcc?
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery Houston, press to ATO. Thanks to be in orbit.
You think you're gonna have to go to bed? Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by, Mr. Battery.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Namespace, stud math. So how does this putting this not in the module help? It doesn't. Oh boy. Well, we could just use the SIMD emulation. The emulation dot cppm. So we're gonna go module export module. Well, and so now we don't need to include numeric. We can just import stud, export module, and types. Don't need any of this. We just need import stud.compat. Export module stud math dot SIMD. Exports. But this is just moving the problem into this library. Till types SIMD emulation. And we're going to import stud.math.simd. And we're exporting the wrong thing because we should be exporting the template. Import stud.compat. Let's drag this back here. We don't have that anymore. So this needs to get dragged into SIMD. And we're going to export these. How do I minimize how much of this stuff? Well, okay. Easy way to minimize it. Comment these out and just use SIMD emulation. And now in here, SIMDR mask becomes STL SIMDR mask. Else exports using STL. No. Export using vector aligned tag. We don't care about the tag, we care about the aligned. And we need import stud.compat. Get rid of static so it no longer has internal linkage. We decided we were getting rid of the memory alignments. With the one exception being that we're going to align 3s as 4s. So we're going to align this as a stud array T4. Hope this works. Vector, stud, math. But we are going to add one header in math, which is going to be namespace alias.hpp. So we're going to include math slash namespace alias, and namespace alias is just going to go namespace stud math using namespace stud math. With an import stud.math.vector, I guess. And so now we can use stud math vector, stud math f32 for high. And for that, we're gonna need to import stud.math.types. Nice. Well, yeah. Yeah, this is fine. I want to. I want to debug this. And I want to see what we're calling. Okay. I think that's correct. Okay. Well, we have vector ported now, it seems. So we should add the tests to call this good for real. So new file, new folder, test. And we're gonna add vector.cpp. Gonna go new file, CMake lists.text. And we're gonna go to the old and we're gonna copy over the build tests. We're gonna add library alias. Stud math is an alias. Alias. Or stud math. And we're gonna copy over the if build tests, add subdirectory tests. Can prepare group your... I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Analyze third party stud math tests. Actually close everything. And I want to look at tests and tests. Fetch doc test. Okay. That seems like a useful thing to have. Fetch doc test. And we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna go get repository doc test. Can you prepare group Discord your YouTube channel? There is a link to the Discord on the website, which is linked on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna import stud.math.vector. There's no reference to main. So we're going to hashtag include. Actually, we'll just copy. The old test for vector was fine. So we can just go copy tests vector. Choose a stock test with name and the namespace alias. And for that to work in here, we need to target include directories, stud math, public, what's it called? $, CMake current sourcer. So what we should do is we should have doc test.cppm. Shoot. How do we rectify this? Oh boy. Does he want to get rid of like the include? Do they have an import? No. Talk test import stud. C++ doc test stud. Does it work seamlessly? If we import stud here, does it work? If I import after I include, does it work? It does. Oh, that's cool. That's good to know. Okay. Oh, that's really good to know. We don't have approximately equal though. Let's put that in types. Maybe. Where should those functions go? API, third party, stud math, dynamic till, STL. Where does it make sense to put this stuff? Guess in types. We get rid of the static inline and instead make them export. And float 64 becomes F64. And float 32 becomes F32. And now here, we also need to import stud.math.types. And I kind of like the idea of replacing all of these floats. Yeah, we'll leave them as floats. And that's a template, so we put the export in the wrong spot. Not convert to bool. Because I made bool explicit. So all of these have to have the explicit bool on them, which is kind of gross, but life will go on. And actually, I want types to be in an inline namespace types so that we can using not there so that we can using stud math types now replace float with F32. And replace int with I32. Using namespace types. F64.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
This needs to be a bool.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
This needs to be a bool.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0, liftoff.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical...
Stud math vector. Stud math vector bool. SIMD emulation does not have the olive. So let's fix that real fast. So SIMD emulation bool n is there are ranges olive stud ranges olive. Oh my gosh, there is. Stud ranges olive, and we'll call this SIMD. 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 We'll get rid of these. And we're going to assume that there's an any of, none of, and some of. All of, any of, none of. There's not a sum of. Sum of. How is sum of different from any of? Stud, SIMD, C++. Sum of. Okay. So this is any of and not stud ranges all of SIMD. Did I export those? Yes. To SIMD should give me SIMD or mask. SIMD or mask. Should be SIMD emulation. Problem though is that these are in STL. So we need namespace STL, which we then need to end, and then export these. STL. And we need to throw STL on all of these now. Equal to, do vectors not have an equal to? Operators. They have an equal to. What's comparison I'm looking for? Can't self-reference.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
What game am I making? At the moment, we're not making a game. We're cleaning up a math library. And then the moment after that, we still won't be making a game. Because I just did a poll, and it sounds like I'm going to be making some simple PNG tuber software. And then after that, the answer to this question will be, we're going to be making a, breakout clone. Is that a sufficient answer to the question? So why is this Angie? $40. Stood array square brackets is inaccessible?
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Do I need to like include array? Array access is inaccessible. So if we export using stood array, does that help? Hello, Andre. How are you doing today? Hopefully better than me, because I'm suffering. So is it just this part that's angry? Oh, we got the format of ranges all wrong. So we need a predicate? Okay. You like the comment by thingy I got there? It's quite unique, thank you. Also, hello 1H. iHacks? Is that what I'm supposed to parse out of that? How are you doing today? So what should we do for the predicate? Our predicate is does not equal false. Will A return, so bool V return V does not equal false. I think that's our predicate. Example of use. We need this to be a reduction. Stood reduce. And we want to reduce using and. Just came here because I saw you've been doing C++ game engine. I have been. We're working on rewriting the math library. Well, actually, we're working on rewriting the whole thing to use C++ 20 modules. And it has been a painful process so far. And what distro am I using? This should answer any of your potential questions. Why reinventing the wheel? So the simple answer there is because I wanted to do something with Godot. Specifically, what are they called? Assigned distance field imposters. And to do what I needed to do, I figured would take enough effort. It would be simpler to just write my own game engine rather than tweak Godot. But game engine is a strong word for what's being written. Game framework. We're targeting something at the level of Raylib, not the level of Godot. Although, probably a little bit more than Raylib by the time it's done. We're probably targeting something more on the level of, like, Rust Bevy. Also, on that note, I don't believe there is a good C++ competitor to Bevy, so... why reinvent the wheel? The answer could also be rewrite it in C++. It's supposed to be 2D or 3D. Yes. You didn't understand at all? The answer to why reinvent the wheel is because the wheel wasn't doing what I needed. Every engine is a every GPU engine is a 3D engine. Stuff like old id Tech, like the Wolfenstein engine is a 2D engine, but every 3D engine is a 2D. Every 2D engine, what are the words I'm looking for? Every modern engine is a 3D engine, even if it claims it's 2D. The 2D engines just hide away some of the 3D-ness. Every 2D engine winds up just stacking rendered squares on top of each other. The answer to your question is yes. So we need to return stood reduce simd.begin simd.end, and we're going to reduce using stood. There is stood and stood plus minus modulus equal to, there is not a stood logical and. Begin is inaccessible within this context. Also, why am I using the standard library? Cause I might be a masochist, but I'm not a psychopath. Have you seen what's behind standard? Yeah, it's not the best, but it's good enough. It's better than what I could reasonably write in a short amount of time. Cool, just buy a new laptop and you install old Fedora. Nice. I'm not taking forever to respond and getting distracted. What are you talking about? Okay. If we move this into the namespace and then just using outside, what will that do for us? No longer found. Oh, because I brought in Ola when I should be using STL any of. No, I should be using STL. Should I have both? We should have all of them. None of, some of. Hello again, now from Twitch. Congratulations, you're now on Twitch. How does it feel? Took me a while to find your channel because you have a different name. I think the website on my YouTube channel links to both. Okay. I can't find it when it's in there, in the namespace. We can't access Cindy. Okay, question. What happens if we add these? They're marked as inline, which will probably cause problems. How much of the rest of this is marked as inline? Friend. Ooh. Inline is a bad word now. /t space, replace it with /t. You only searched in the live description? I see. I don't see, but I see. It's not, you picking up what I'm putting down? An instantiation of all of acquired from bool function What does error inaccessible within this context mean? C++, there shouldn't be a private, there isn't a private, right? There is. Ah, okay. Okay. We're good. I understand how to fix now. I understand how to fix now. So we need to do, actually, the easy thing we need to do is using super begin, using super end. Logical and bool. Initial value probably wants to be true. Let's go. So any of is logical or bool and false as the initial. None of is return not all of SIMD. And some of is return any of SIMD and not all of SIMD. No. None of is not any of. And it works. And this doesn't work. Fantastic. How long have I been using C++? Since I started college, which was 9 years ago now, I believe. Holy shit, I'm old. So we're failing on line 40. Why? Let's get rid of the doc test around this. Okay. Okay. Equal to. And what are we feeding into equal to? We're feeding in 4, 5, and we're feeding in 4, 5. Okay, so let's do the SIMD emulation. We're feeding in 4, 5, and we're feeding in 4, 5. And we disabled this part. Is that part still broken? Yeah, we should. The friend. Is this a... Why is it inaccessible within a friend? Okay, that's fine. Using super operator square brackets. I only like watching people code in C++. I don't use it professionally, maybe if it counts. I use C for embedded systems. But I found it easier than C++. Well, C is easier than C++, kind of, maybe on a good day. What was the return value? True, true. And then when we all of this, we should get true. And when we doc test check this, we should get the tests passing. Let's go. That was a lot of code. Right side, vector is the hard part of the library. For reference, we're porting the math library of the game to use C++ 20 modules because we had compilation speed problems. And modules, I know, help with that. And they're also experimental, and I've also not been in pain at all this entire time. Please send help. Cool. What did we have? What was our comment for vector in the old version? Sure, that sounds like a good comment. Vector. SIMD will be disabled until it finds its way into import stud. Pain. Wonder how long the raw compile is. Okay. And now one file recompile is... That's a little longer than I'd like it to be. We should be calling it for the day here pretty quick, probably. How long will it take us to port matrix? Let's start that real fast. Math. Matrix.cppm. Math. Matrix. So module, export module, stud.math.matrix, import stud.math.vector. We also want the operator CRTP, and we've identified that it's generally better practice to import before we no, it's backwards. It's better to include before we import. Because import seems to skip symbols that have been included. And we'll add matrix to the module. And we need to import stud.compat. Export matrix. Transpose. Inverse. Export both of those. And now the mapmol problem. So just like in SIMD emulation, we want to check if we have include linalg, else, and if also C++ is my first programming language that you learned. I'm from Romania, and here we learn it in high school, but the most complex things are 2D matrices and working with char arrays. So we don't learn that much, not even pointers. You basically learn a C. You basically learn C with stud string. Is that a good way of explaining it? STL. It's now in stud. I don't want to write a matrix multiply. I extra don't want to write a matrix SIMD accelerated multiply. So given this matrix, please write a matrix multiply method for it. And then when std_linalg is around, we can use the std_linalg glass matrix multiply instead. That looks right. The K. This is indent with spaces, it's indent with tabs. We don't need brackets around that one. We don't need the return. We don't need brackets around that one. Some of high school here are teaching Pascal instead of C++. You found Pascal useless? No one uses Pascal anymore. The K outside the J. Well, if the tests pass, the tests pass. Does it build? We don't have SIMD or mask, so we need import stud.math.simd. And it's now in STL, and we're no longer doing the lines. See. I believe that's also a Y. Oh, Z is the dimension of the second matrix. So that is Y, O. So the output matrix is an XZ matrix. An XYO matrix, yep. We have linalg. No, we are using it twice. Okay. Please also write matrix vector product. In the future, it would be good to SIMD accelerate these, but that is not a today problem. Else and if. Does this look good? Yes. Okay. And these are A and B. Why are we using some? Oh shoot. We need MD span. So hashtag if and def. Let's grab STL from the old version. We should have the MD span. Okay. And let's see how broken this is. We're just straight up disabling all the SIMD right now. Since the modules can't figure out how to import it. Fantastic, and we can't import MD span either. Oh boy. Fudge. Well, that is a problem that I am not going to figure out how to solve for right now. Instead, we are just going to call it for the day. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will now go poof.